everybody, it's Stacie Duffy here with the Berkshire Group, your Denver Metro real estate resource, and today's topic is title insurance. Yay! Yeah, I know, no one knows what that is, right? So let's talk about it. And the most common question, I guess, I get this from sellers a lot, and specifically first-time sellers, because it's a common expense, common closing cost for first-time sellers, and they don't really know what they're paying for. So let's just talk about what it is. And it's just that. It's an insurance policy, just like you insure your car or your house or your business or anything else. You are insuring your right to title or right to ownership of your property. And that may seem kind of dumb, especially when you buy a house and you have a deed. But there are some risks there. And just like any other insurance policy, it's all about what the risk of the loss is, in this case, your home or some ownership of your home, versus the cost to cover. And title insurance is a one-time premium. So it's paid at closing, and whether it's paid by the buyer, seller, whoever, as long as your title insurance company is still in business, so that's a big thing, make sure that they're a good title company, you're going to be covered for life, or as long as you own the property. So pretty much what it prevents is someone, let's say your house was built in 1920, and it prevents someone from coming and knocking on your door and say, hey, my name is Joe Schmo. My grandfather lived here in 1935, and somehow via the multiple generations, I should have inherited this property. I am claiming some sort of right to ownership of this property. So what you do is you look through your closing docs, because you don't know who your title insurance company usually is, but look through your closing documentation, and typically the title company that closed did the title insurance policy, and you call them up and say, hey, someone is claiming that they own my property. Go take care of this. And that's what their job is. That's what you pay for that insurance premium for. So the older the home, a little bit more risk there could be. If you have a brand new build, probably your risk is a lot less. But typically it's a seller expense anywhere from, $500 up to a couple $1,000s. It's typically based on the price of the home. But it's really cheap insurance to make sure that no one can say that they own your property. But anyway, if you have any other questions about this, I'd be happy to answer them. Please feel free to comment down below, or you can contact me directly. My contact info is on my website, and the link for that is down below as well. But yeah, it's typically a seller-paid expense at closing. Not all the time. Depends on how the contract is written. But it's just something that the seller does as goodwill to the buyer to say, hey, if you have an issue, here's this insurance policy that will cover your ownership. So that's kind of why the seller pays for it instead of the buyer, typically. But thanks so much for the time. Have a great day, and I'm sure you'll be dreaming about title insurance tonight. Yeah, not so much. I know it's kind of boring, but good information. Talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.